skill for skill, none of these guys can mess with me. Nobody.
I can't.
I guarantee it.
Calm down. Calm down, brother.
Come to the fight.
I say 9th round.
What?
I say 9th round.
You said 9th?
Yeah.
At a recent press conference, Devin Davis and Lamont Roach engaged in a fiery exchange, trading insults and making bold threats. Lamont Roach highlighted his strong ties to Washington, D.C., declaring, "My whole family is from D.C." In response, Devin Davis warned Roach against bringing his family into the pre-fight buildup, implying that Roach's father would be nervous during the match. Davis firmly stated, "Don't bring your family into this." The tension between the two fighters was palpable as they ramped up the intensity ahead of their showdown.
My whole family is from DC. My whole family, like my entire family.
Don't bring them. Don't bring them.
For what?
Don't bring them. I'm telling you.
They gonna celebrate with me. Yeah.
Don't bring them.
It's gonna be a party on your floor.
I'm gonna let y'all know something. His father was up here shaking on the what's the name? He was shaking on the
Pops.
On my kids, he was shaking on his hand. On my kids, he was shaking.
Don't
never.
say, bro.
That's cap. What I'm about to say?
How you gonna say it's cap? And
it gotta be.
You gonna say it's cap? I'm watching them.
Gotta be. Hey.
Somebody lying.
Good.
Hey.
Yeah, somebody lying.
Hey.
Somebody lying.
Hey.
Okay, Tank.
The rivalry between Davis and Roach traces back to their amateur days in 2011, when they clashed at the Junior Olympics. This early showdown highlighted their emerging talents and set the stage for their competitive dynamic. Both fighters displayed the skills and determination that would eventually shape their professional careers, marking the beginning of a long-standing and intense rivalry. During the press conference, Davis responded to Roach's verbal jabs, urging him to stop the trash talk. He made it clear that such provocations would only fuel his determination to deliver a dominant and punishing performance in the ring. Davis vowed to make Roach regret his words, emphasizing that the pre-fight banter would come at a cost once they stepped into the ring.
I represent people doubting you, you feel like you know, you're back against the rope and you don't have nobody, I do it for them. Like, I feel as though dumb people, like, you feel me? Like,
okay. And my last question.
Make it a good one.
My last question. My last question. I just want, just for us in here, I want y'all to predict what round.
What round what? What round what?
What y'all say?
What round what?
You know when they start talking, when the people that who I fight, when they start talking, that's when y'all get dumb. I'ma beat his ass for y'all talking.
Shit.
For real. So y'all better be quiet.
I don't give a fuck if y'all was quiet, if y'all was loud.
We got the whole hood over there.
Like twisted up. I don't give a fuck about none of that.
Y'all can do whatever y'all want. My mother, he can't stop nothing over here.
None of that.
Not at all.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna f him up.
Not at all. Never. Nothing's gonna get fucked up over here. What do I look like getting fucked up?
Okay.
Confident in his strategy and preparation, Davis predicted a decisive outcome for the fight. He boldly stated that he foresees a 9th round knockout, aiming to bring the match to a definitive and victorious conclusion in his favor.
I say 9th round.
What?
I say 9th round.
You said 9th?
Yeah.
What's your response to that, Lamont?
Look, he got scared. Look. He looked at night.
I'm telling him, you saying you going down in the night? You know that power occurred late.
I know you got some sneaky power. That's what I do know.
What?
Who said that? You said
My
what?
man over
You
there
said what?
bet.
Yeah, that's why I've been waiting for the niggas to talk. How much you want back? How much you want to bet? Because I came up here alone. How much y'all want to bet? How much you want to bet? Just call it out. Huh? 100? That's a bet. What's your name? Al, where you from?
Beyond addressing Roach directly, Davis also issued a warning to Roach's team. He urged them to avoid trash talk, stressing that such behavior only strengthens his resolve to dominate and defeat them in the ring. Davis made it clear that their words would only motivate him to deliver a decisive performance.
I'm not gonna lie, Tank, like, I watch like most of your other press conferences before you get into the ring with somebody. You be dragging, bro, I ain't gonna lie. You be dragging. You feel me? But with Lamont, bro, it's kinda like y'all, it's kinda like the chill approach. I feel like the respect for y'all two is there.
Yeah.
I wanna know how do you kinda balance between having respect for him, but in the ring, knowing like I gotta do my job.
It'd be like, I don't know, it'd be little clips like you see how like man him was talking and then somebody else talked like in his crew. That's what get me up. Like that's what make me like. I always want to prove to somebody that I'm like they not who they are.
You talk when they talk about that money, that how they bang.
Nah, not money. Period. Like when they talk shit. Period. That's when I get up for it.
Okay, put you in your bag. Last question, bro.
Many critics are questioning this fight, arguing that Tank shouldn't have chosen Roach as an opponent due to the perceived gap in their skill levels. Some fans and analysts feel Roach isn't elite enough, leading to concerns that the matchup might be one-sided or a mismatch.
What's up, this your boy Easy Work Boxing. Please like, comment, and subscribe. About to hit you everywhere but under your feet with this one, baby. I see a lot of Tank fans and penis riders are upset behind the fact that people are saying that Lamont Roach fight is trash, which we all know is trash. You know, the question that I keep hearing when I'm on my live and people get mad when I'm telling them that the fight is trash is, who else was out there for him to fight? Who else could he fight? The question is, who else did he send an offer to? That's the question. Who else could he have sent an offer to instead of him giving us another 130 pounder who hasn't fought anybody just like him? Who else could he have sent the contract to give y'all fans that's out there penis riding and upset at real boxing fans for knowing that Tank is playing y'all?
Responding to criticism that the bout is being labeled a trash fight, Davis clarified that his decision to face Roach was driven by a lack of available opponents at the time. He pointed out that other top contenders were already tied up with scheduled fights. When asked about not facing Teofimo Lopez, Davis cited personal reasons, explaining that Lopez's ongoing disrespect toward him as a person played a significant role in his decision to rule Lopez out as a potential opponent.
As friends, y'all had history, y'all went back and forth back in the day, but why him? Why Roach? Out of all the people.
I think a lot of people was they had a scheduled fight. For sure they had a scheduled fight coming up. And another thing with the Teofimo nigga, he kept saying all this wild shit like monkey this, monkey that, and like he disrespected me as a man, so that's another reason why I wouldn't give him the fight, for sure. But I would fight him, like, you know, so I don't know, it just the other guys was definitely had a fight coming up, so it was like who I can really fight, you feel me? And he was the one that was calling, well, if I'm not mistaken, he was calling, saying that he wanted to fight him. It's like, why not help him, you know?
Yeah. And I like that, right? But during these press conferences, you give him a lot of respect. Like, is this to sell a fight or is it like to really believe it?
Nah, I mean,
like really though,
because the only reason why, because he is good. Like, don't get me wrong. But come on, like I mean he's good, but when it comes to fight night, like it's gonna be a whole different beast. Like.
Renowned trainer Bowie shared his thoughts on the upcoming fight, calling it an exciting matchup while expressing his support for Davis. He also pointed out the difficulties of facing Davis, emphasizing his ability to deliver a wide variety of shots in the ring.
I think it'd be a good fight, man. Him and Tank. I think it'd be a real good fight, man. You know what I mean? I think I would have to go with Tank, though. I would have to go with Tank. You know what I mean? But I think it'll be a good fight. You know what I mean?
Lamont will be moving up. What would he have to do to make that fight?
Oh, he moving up?
Yeah, it would be. He's the champion at 30.
Oh, okay, yeah. I have to go with Tank with that. He's moving up, yeah.
What does he need to do to make this competitive?
Hey, with Tank, you don't trade with him. You got to box. Box, move, tie him up. You know what I mean? Walk him around, frustrate him. You know what I mean? Let him drop his guards. You know what I mean? Let him drop his guards, and then you take it. But it's difficult when you fight Tank, man. It's difficult when you fight him because Tank sets you up with all types of shots, man. You can be beating Tank, man. Hit him with all kinds. If you can't punch, you're in trouble.
Facts.
You know what I mean? But with Tank, you might as well say, man, it's gonna be a knockout. You know what I mean? Because Tank will set you up. Like I said, he know how to set you up. And also, like I tell people, Tank can box when he want to box. You know what I mean?
I thought he was just a puncher. You were the first person that told me
that he could box.
Yeah. And then I started to see it fight after fight.
Yeah, he can fight real good, man. I mean, he can box real good. He box real good, man. You know what I mean? He know how to do it all. Tank know how to do it all, man.
Roach revealed that he has been eager to face Davis for years, even before Davis's fight with Hector Garcia. This statement highlights Roach's long-standing desire to challenge Davis in the ring.
I don't know if y'all know, but I've been in the Tank sweepstakes 2 years ago. A fighter's biggest payday around our weight class is going to be against Tank.
Yeah.
That's what they call it. The Canelo sweepstakes, obviously when you fight Canelo, you're going to get a bag. The Tank sweepstakes, obviously you fight Tank, you're going to get a bag. I got a call from them 2 years ago before he fought Hector Garcia. I wasn't champ at the time, and Hector was a champ. And I was the mandatory, that's crazy, I was the mandatory for Hector. He used his same wrist. I'm doing air quotes. I'm doing the same thing. Hector used his special privilege to fight Tank instead of me, so I had to wait.
Because he didn't want to lose to you, so if I'm going to lose, I'm going to fight Tank. Because if I lose to the champ, ain't no payday. I'm still the champ, and I can still keep on going and fight. That's a business decision.
It's a business decision.
That's what big business.
Despite criticisms questioning Roach's abilities, insiders acknowledge him as a formidable fighter. The lack of widespread public awareness about Roach often leads to misconceptions regarding his potential to defeat Davis.
What came out still on top?
With Floyd? You said, what was the lose-lose situation? What you mean?
This situation where he put me in and make me lose, but he thought I was gonna lose.
You talking about like a boxing match or?
Yeah, boxing match.
Ooh, if you don't mind. If you don't want to, it's fine.
Joseph Pedraza, my first world title. I was 16-0. I was 16-0. 16-0. And I was 21 at the time. And I haven't fought in like 7 or 8 months. And around that time, I wasn't making that much money. I probably was making like $10 a fight. So 6 months is crazy to not fight, you know. So when they came back and he was like, all right, you gotta fight. He was like, you gotta fight this fighter, which is Joseph Pedraza. If you don't fight him, you're not fighting. You're sitting on the show. So I had to fight him. In the midst of all that happened, I got evicted. I had to sell my jewelry. So now, and remind you, I'm letting the boxers that you talking about, I'm putting them on game.
Roach emphasized that both he and Davis have similar levels of experience and defensive skills. He noted that their extensive history isn't well known among local boxing fans, suggesting that this lack of awareness leads to underestimations of his abilities.
What 90% of the people don't know is that we have like the same skill set, honestly. We got the same experience, and it's definitely, obviously the power is just, obviously the power is different, especially to the eye test. But what they don't know is like the defense over here is up to par. They don't know I'm not scared. They don't know that I'm going to go in there and be in control.
This
this DMV versus DMV, you know what I mean? Like, I feel, you know, like, tell us a little bit about being a DMV fighter, what that means, you know what I mean?
I mean, well, you can attest, you know, it's been a hotbed for a long time. It's been a hotbed of boxing for a long time, even if it's not well known to the general public of the boxing world. Everybody know that DC, Maryland, and mainly DC and Maryland, but DC, Maryland, and Virginia got some of the best fighters in the country. And when it comes to world champions, as bred world champions in the world too.
Lamont, you talking about having no fear of Gervonta. How much does that play a role in this fight, in the fact that you know you've went head up with him before back in the amateurs, and so how much does that kind of help the confidence heading into a fight with him? And you know, even and to those points too, like a lot of guys aren't exchanging with Gervonta in the pocket, trust their defense to try to punch in between his punches. And do you feel like you're going to challenge him in that area in a way we haven't seen a lot of fighters challenge him?
Oh yeah, for sure. And I think they know that too. So you know, and that's the thing. That's really going to bring like his A game.
Davis expressed confidence in his understanding of Roach's fighting style and strategy, gained from their previous encounter. He believes this familiarity gives him an edge as he prepares for their upcoming bout.
I'm from Baltimore, he's not from DC. That's what I learned. I thought he was from DC too. DC my second home. I've been coming up here since I was 9 years old, even younger. So I'm not really trying to get in his personal business. Probably just showing him that, you know, I could do anything, especially in your backyard.
You gonna feel all this shit we gotta do? Look, hey Tank, we gonna go 35 for 12.
Many years ago, legendary champion Marvin Hagler remarked that it's hard to get up and do road work at 5 a.m.
In a direct message to Davis, Roach cautioned against underestimating him, stressing that he should be taken seriously as a contender. His statement reflects his determination to prove himself in the upcoming fight. Teofimo Lopez also weighed in on the matchup, urging observers to consider his resume. He suggested that his extensive experience would allow him to dominate Davis, implying that he has the skills needed to defeat him in the ring.
So you think you dominate Tank?
I think I dominate any of them. If you really look at it, if you gotta really tap in on this, look at the resume, all that extra, whatever. There's a certain limit that you hit, right? But then there's that next criteria or that next top tier. And if you don't match that, you know, you never gonna know how great you really are. And I've done that a few amount of times already. I jumped out that box and done that. So I have yet to see Gervonta come out of that box yet. You know what I'm saying? They're about to put him with a guy at 130 pounds. Whether he's a champion or not, you're getting a guy lighter than you to come up and weight to make you look good again. You know what I'm saying? Like,
within the black community, there is a movement rallying support for the Davis versus Roach fight. Proponents highlighted the importance of two black boxers headlining a major event and encouraged fans to rally behind the matchup.
Frank Martin-ish type of fight where he's fighting a dude who has earned a big opportunity or has a bit of a resume. He's on a run. His only loss is to Jamel Herring, and he did beat Hector Luis Garcia, a common opponent between the two. But I think people are going to look at this and be like, all right, Tank again is not fighting one of the elite guys that you want to see him fight against. He's fighting another kind of B-level fighter who is really, really good, but you want to see Tank against the best of the best.
Lamont Roach, and this is nothing against him, I think this is actually a good fight. I think he's very skilled. It's kind of giving the Canelo blueprint right now, where Canelo is like picking fighters, Edgar Berlanga and Jaime Munguia, and they're on pay-per-view, but obviously we want to see Canelo fight David Benavidez. Loma is the one. Remember, we were hearing that there was a fight that was supposed to take place in November, and both camps were in negotiations. And then Loma decided that he was going to take some time off. That's not Tank's fault.
I'm throwing the fire sticks away, Two-Tone. Everybody, you gotta buy this fight if you black, because they don't want blacks to fight blacks because y'all don't buy it. So I'm buying it. No fire
Man,
stick.
fuck out of here. You ain't about to mercy. You ain't about to get us the mercy buy this shit, pity buy this shit. This ain't the right black on black
Hey,
we
don't
want to
do
see.
it. Don't. No, hold on, Nuss. You can't de-advertise the black community, nigga.
Fuck outta
We
here.
rep
This
it. We
ain't the
coming
black
up
on black we
people.
wanna see.
Y'all said
This
we
ain't the black
coming
on
out.
black we
They
wanna
was
see.
in D.C. They was in D.C. Nigga, Chocolate City, Baltimore, motherfucking D.C. The whole crowd was full of black people. We coming.
I see
And we
white
buying
people
the
like a
fight.
motherfucker in them stands. Why y'all capping, man?
Yo, Lamont is the only nigga Tank fought out of his last 5 fights that's not scared of him.
Oh, wow.
Rolly was scared. Brian was scared.
Frank wasn't
Hector was
scared.
scared.
Frank wasn't
was
scared.
terrified.
Frank wasn't scared.
Frank was terrified.
Man, he wasn't terrified
Frank
because
was
he
terrified.
flinched.
That's a wrap for today's video. Stay tuned, and we'll see you next time.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. For more exciting videos, make sure to hit the bell icon and stay updated. Subscribe to Boxing Hub now for all the latest in boxing.